Welcome to Solomon's Room. For the past 8 months, the Pentecostal Credit Union has been working with a group of business builders on a course called the Money-Wise Business Development Program, facilitated by course leader and entrepreneur Claudine Reid. Today we're at the Royal Society in London with special guests Levi Roots and Bishop Wayne Malcolm to see the business builders pitch their ideas to some of our leading business minds within the Pentecostal faith community that we have called Solomon.
What I want to share with you today is a little bit about why, for me, there isn't a conflict, there isn't a war, there isn't an incompatibility between faith and business. Because I believe that we, the church, the Pentecostal church, particularly in Britain, actually have a spiritual and moral obligation stroke duty to create a culture of entrepreneurship within our churches. I think it is a moral imperative. And the reason is simply that for many of our constituents, many of the people that attend our churches, entrepreneurship is perhaps the only hope they will ever have of any sort of economic redemption, opportunity, progress in life.
Solomons, if I can ask you to take your seat. Mike Petru, Antonia Burrell, Patrick Reed, and Reggie Cole.
When it comes to economic justice, we have to decide whether we are here to comfort those who are unemployed, those who don't have a hope of a secure job, or whether we are going to lay the axe to the root of the tree and develop actively, intentionally, and even aggressively develop a culture of entrepreneurship that gives hope to our generation.
Solomons, are you ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me tell you how this is going to work. Each of our business builders are going to come and they're going to pitch their ideas to the Solomons. The Solomons will then in turn ask them some questions, and then our business builders will have to make a decision about their intentions, and then we'll move swiftly on through the business builders. To start us off, we want to hear just a brief word from the founder of the Pentecostal Credit Union, Reverend Carmel Jones.
Thank you. In March 1980, when we started to make loans, we were only allowed to grant a maximum of £2,000. Now we can do a maximum of 120K. And members can save a maximum of 120K. What a difference time makes. From a little acorn grows a massive oak tree. We are now the second largest credit union in Great Britain in terms of a sound financial base. From strength to strength, my prayer constantly is that the Lord will give continual intuition and guidance to our staff and board members to perform this continuing task. I wish you well.
Reverend Jones, thank you for your vision, for your foresight, and I trust that we will be able to continue to execute your vision and take it to even higher heights.
One serious contender in Solomon's Room is Sasha Lane from Freshers.
Good evening, Dragon. Sorry, Solomons. Solomons, I'd like to start by asking you all a question. And that question is, when you woke up this morning, before you went to the kitchen to kickstart your body's nutritious journey towards its 5 a day, did you feed your skin well in the bathroom? Was it a quality, nutritious offering of superfood ingredients to enrich your skin cells with the ability to glow? Now you can join the increasing amount of health-conscious consumers who are lured not just by the idea of eating 5 a day, but wearing it as well. I'd like to present to you Freshest Life and Beauty's 5 a day, 5 a Day is a 5-part certified nutritional skincare plan for the face, comprised of 5 products, each with their own unique blend of 5 of your 5 a day. That's five products working together synergistically to cleanse, tone, hydrate, and renew and protect your skin in 5 simple daily steps.
Pastor and relationship counsellor Freddie Brown of Gershamson explained his anxiety as he entered Solomon's room.
Nervous. But it'll be all right.
Good evening, Solomon's advisors. Just imagine what life would be like if premarital couples could be coached into imagining, creating, designing and delivering to themselves a relationship that is more likely to last a lifetime rather than just a day. Over the past 20-something years, I've been invited to join and support many couples in their premarital journey onto completion at the altar of I do. There have been some exceptions, but for the most part, the couples I have worked with are making a decision to be wedded, but not a choice to remain married. Wider observations confirm this. On average, weddings in the UK cost around £34,000. Now, the focus on preparing for the wedding, if not adjusted, eventually translates into poor preparation for the inevitable turbulences that occur in married life. And sadly, the ultimate result of such poor preparation is divorce. The most recent figures from the Office for National Statistics states that there were 106,959 divorces registered in the UK in 2016. On average, divorces cost £44,000.
Freddie Brown is very supportive of the approach taken by the Pentecostal Credit Union and entrepreneur Claudine Reid in developing a course that was steeped in biblical principles and focused on exploring the characteristics of the kingdom entrepreneur and kingdom entrepreneurship.
Thank you very much, Freddie. Really well done. You were if you don't, it will be a good idea to start. For those of you who are doing personal so each between 10 to 12 months, my company walking, maybe I'm going to, get them to start balancing, exercising their arms. Maybe they're a bit stronger so they can pull themselves up. Well, I'm going to start doing some tests. That's the same that we're going to do in our business. This is your next step.
You can now kickstart your 5 a day. It looks green, it smells green, its ethics are also green. We pride ourselves in being organically good and vegan friendly as well. Within a year of launching at the Natural and Organic Products and Beauty Show in 2016, we successfully won the Live Innovator pitch to supply Holland & Barrett in their online store. And we're now in 2 of their flagship mall stores, Manchester and Chester. In 2016, on the day of launching, we were shortlisted as finalists for Best Organic Beauty Product. And we've also been listed in the top 25 who's who in the natural beauty industry. The Freshest Dream was birthed 6 years ago. I've struggled along with it, I've got it this far. I'd love to have some Solomons to help to actualise that dream further every day.
Food for me. Give me some reggae sauce. Hot reggae sauce. My parents were from Clarendon. I was a little youth when the message come from the UK. Come to England. There is gold dust on the ground to be picked up. My parents, little farm in a little place called Content, just outside of Maypen. Yeah. Know Maypen? Yes. I was about 5 years old, and my grandmother just decided to say, well, because all the elders them was going to school, my brothers and sisters, all the money was spent on them. Everybody forget about the little kid. Never go to school. So she thought that she's gonna just teach me about the things them that she knew as a little girl, Things like making a relish, like a sauce thing that was in the family. That should be like churning every day. I would be out playing and everything. I would come home and the house full of people. My grandmother just had churned the pot, the Dutch pot. You know what? Pass the Dutchie on the left hand side. So she sing these songs and everything like that in church. But she never sing the songs. She sing songs like, it soon be done. All the troubles and when I get on the other side, I'm going to shake my hand with the elders. I'm gonna tell all the people good morning. I'm gonna sit down beside my Jesus. I'm gonna sit down a little bit. All right, people, man.
The Institute of Marriage, the lack of support in society has caused so much damage. It's unbelievable. So what you do, and I commend you first off. Absolutely. So what I'll do straight off is I want to ask you this question. How do you plan to grow this into a commercially viable business model? Because I know that churches sometimes take positions on who counsels who, and if you don't belong to this church, you won't be counseled by somebody else. How do you plan to grow it?
This isn't designed to be a church-only program.
Good.
This is for human beings, full stop.
Good.
So whether those who wish to attend are faith or not doesn't really matter. So it's not church only. And I know that whether couples are in church or outside of church, it is the case that nobody approaches a marriage with the idea for it to fail.
How do you differentiate your business from a charity? Because at the end of the day, business is about making money, and charity is about helping people. And in the church, we get that a bit twisted sometimes.
Because of the coaching program we've been on, I'm very clear now about business.
Good.
Our coach cracked the whip and enable us to understand to get the balance correct with regards to heart and business.
Yeah, I've just got to say, absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant. You know that you're speaking to my heart now.
Yes.
And I'm delighted to see somebody like you with the level of passion that you've got and your tenacity. You're going to go far.
Oh, thank
I've
you.
spotted that right now, so I'm delighted to have you in the room. Yeah, brilliant. I just wanted to double check a couple of things though, because you've got to be really careful when you're speaking to these big boys. You need to get your big, you called us dragons, you need to be one as well. And you need to get your negotiating head on. And I just wanted to ask you, what sort of margin are you selling into or planning to sell into?
It's 60%.
Okay. All right, so that's a lot. So, look, we need to talk. I am definitely, I mean, you don't even have to ask me. I want to help you because it's hard out there. It is tough. Everyone thinks that this skincare game is an easy game. It is probably one of the toughest businesses to be in right now. As a woman of colour, I've got your back.
Thank you.
And I'm going to support you and I'm going to help you, and together we're going to rock.
The other contenders in Solomon's room were Tanya Aqua from TIA. Her team offer a number of creative personal development projects, helping girls and women to explore their emotional landscape, develop their identity and embrace their purpose and destiny.
What has been your biggest challenge managing your core team of 4, your team of juniors and seniors, and also the volunteers as well?
I thank God for my team. They've been really, really supportive. I think the biggest challenge is getting them paid, actually, because we've been running TIA for 10 years, and they have been by my side from day one. They are totally passionate about it because TIA is about building purpose in them too. And they have been totally committed. And I think the biggest challenge for me is putting together a structure that the people that are alongside with this vision actually reap some financial reward, because they pay a lot, they sow a lot into it.
Visions grab the attention of Solomon's room with a dilemma that they intend on resolving and reach a wider audience through their tried and tested banqueting and events hire concept.
you know, I really want to go somewhere that's environment that's really uplifting, people that inspire, and entertainment that's really engaging. Babe, I've got an idea.
Okay.
Why don't we do an event just like that?
Babe, I got a great idea.
Yeah.
Why don't we do an event just like that?
I wonder why I didn't think of that.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrew Morrison.
And I'm Shireen Morrison.
And together we are Visions.
Glynis Brewster's counselling and training services aims to raise the health status of women over 30 years through a comprehensive weight loss programme with a weekend retreat for participants.
It's almost like the need to lose weight can be a poison that's bedded deep inside because people don't realise the connection between losing weight and many of the illnesses that are out there.
I think you've got to really look at your strategy and be very, very clear about your objective. What is it exactly that you want to do? Is it weight loss? Is it holistic health? What is it?
I'm sure you'll agree that we've had an insightful, inspiring evening, which has unequivocally established the case for the promotion of entrepreneurship and business ownership in our churches. It now falls on me to throw down the challenge and provoke us all to action to make a real and lasting change for our economic empowerment. Just to set the context, in Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18, it says, "You shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you power to get wealth, that he may confirm his covenant that he swore to your fathers, as it is his day." We have demonstrated this evening that entrepreneurship is the engine of our economic growth. We know that there is a high level of entrepreneurial spirit in our churches. Churches are uniquely placed to play a key role in the arousal and nurturing of entrepreneurial appetite and in the creation of the conditions that favour and enable the growth of business ownership. But as church leaders, what can you do to support entrepreneurial spirit in your churches? You can educate, support and nurture and encourage. You can act strategically, declare your intention and develop a plan. You could host business seminars and meetings to explore and encourage entrepreneurship. Make links with and invite kingdom-inspired business networks to support and help you to develop your approaches. As well as the many Christian business networks, there are a host of individuals in our churches who have the skills and expertise to support your work. Seek them out and recruit them to your cause. Create your own church-based business networks and fellowships. Develop business ministries. Review your church structures and look to those areas where you need more entrepreneurial skills. Raise the spirit of entrepreneurship. It will not only increase the economic health of your church, but it will reinvigorate and re-energize your ministries. You will witness the following changes: an increased and willingness to take risks, an increased willingness for experimentation, a restless discontent with the status quo, a boldness and bias for action, innovation and dynamism. There are benefits for us all. For the individual, this builds their self-esteem and their capacity for leadership, their confidence and their personal wealth. For the church, increased income and a re-energized ministry, enabling the church to be a beacon in its community. For the Pentecostal Credit Union, its growth of our corporate business model, supporting the growth of the church and our communities, fulfilling their vision and their mission. For the community as a whole, it helps to build our socio-economic strength and health, providing jobs and security for our communities, nurturing and giving opportunities for our young people, providing positive role models and steering them along a path to a successful future. For all of us, financial empowerment and independence. I close with this. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7 says, "For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind." So let us journey together, and I repeat our chair's earlier mantra: the need is now, the time is now.
If you want to take part in the Pentecostal Credit Union Business Development Programme, email info@pcuuk.com or visit our website at www.pcuuk.com.